I can't believe I'm in a department with someone at your level, Alan.
Tucker, you've been transferred to our overseas business development team starting next month.
Trouble Busters!
What? The pigeons ate my food! It even drank my Coke! What a day! My name is Alan. I work in general affairs at Trumpet's Trading Company. Today is the day they're announcing personal transfers, so I hope I get to meet new people. However, despite my excitement,
Why am I assigned to the same department as you, Alan?
hey, Tucker, long time no see. Ugh, he's the last person I was hoping to work with in the same department.
Oh, were you just thinking that you hate how I got transferred here?
Oh, well,
Right back at you. Why do I have to be transferred to a shady department when I've been working in the sales department? I wish I can work with elites like me.
Tucker, that's not a nice thing to say.
I'm just saying the truth. I can't believe I'm in a department with someone at your level, Alan.
Tucker!
Anyway, I don't belong to this department. Elites should work at a department full of elites.
Are you being serious right now?
Heh, what a pathetic question. You're wasting my time.
I've always hated him the most out of all the colleagues who was hired at the same time as me. It's been a few years since we got hired, but he's as rude as always. I've been enjoying work since I liked everyone from my department. The pay is stable, and I'm close to my colleagues, so I prefer not to quit this job. But transfer decisions can't be altered until there are special circumstances. But then, I don't want this bastard ruining my precious time at work. I'm not a timid person the way I used to be. I'm not letting them get away with this. Trouble Busters! Sir, let me explain what's going on right now. Okay. I'll go ahead and make you in charge of that. Thank you very much.
What's with your sour face?
Tucker, you've been transferred to our overseas business development team starting next month.
What? Really? That's the department where all the elites work at.
Yup, but are you sure about this? You can't complain about it later down the road.
What are you talking about? I'm used to being in sales, the star department of this company. I'm an extremely talented worker to begin with. But a department where I can strive with the skills I earn in sales is overseas development business.
You said so. This was how Tucker was assigned to the overseas business development team.
What was I assigned to do?
If you have the time to be waiting for an instruction, you might as well use that time to think about it yourself.
What?
Oh, Tucker, are you done with that task?
Huh? What task?
Tiger Busters will be coming here for a meeting this evening, so I asked you to get the documents ready.
Oh, about that. I already finished it. I've been known to get my tasks done on time when I'm in the sales department.
Dios mío! Lo siento, esperen un segundo. Hey, what the heck is this document? They're all in English.
What? I wasn't told to write in Spanish.
Tiger Busters is a company in Spain, so you should have known to make this document in Spanish. I thought you would know without being told to, so that's why I didn't explicitly say it.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. Can you just explain the contents of this document to them in Spanish?
Huh? Right now? On the spot?
Tucker, you requested to be in this department because you speak Spanish, right?
Yeah, I graduated from Trovard University, and I'm great at Spanish.
I don't care what university you graduated from. Please concisely explain it to them.
Mi proyecto es...
Wow, ¿cuántos tiempos inviertes, Diego? ¿Cómo estás?
Huh? Why are you here?
I used to be in this department. I'm here to pop in to say hi to them. I'm sorry. You could go ahead and continue with the presentation. I'm sorry to ask, but Alan, would you be able to do this presentation? Sure, I could do it. As wonderful as always, Alan. It's been a long time, so I got nervous.
I know you're trying to just impress others.
What do you mean by that?
We're in America! Those guys can't win the battle against us. Just because you speak a foreign language, it doesn't make you popular.
What? Am I popular? Among who? Am I in the popular phase of my life?
That's not what we're talking about. Besides, what do you mean when you said you used to work in this department?
I meant exactly as I said. Alan, I heard you were assigned to be the team leader at this department.
What?
The company is definitely putting aces in places. Oh, I feel so flattered.
What? I mean, I was told that this department was full of elites like me.
Are you still talking about that? The academic level has nothing to do with working in this department. You keep saying that you're an elite, but performance is all that matters at the overseas business development team. Most clients are in Spanish-speaking countries, so what matters the most is whether you can communicate well, whether it be in English or foreign languages. By the way, I used to hate studying. I was playing games all day, every day when I was in college. You've always been into games. Tucker, what was the reason you wanted to work at this department again?
As I said earlier, it was because I get to work with elites like me.
You keep saying elites, but what kind of people are elites?
I shouldn't even ask to explain that to you. This country is all about the academic level. I'm at the top of the hierarchy, and that's why I get my tasks done perfectly.
But you barely spoke Spanish during a meeting earlier.
My colleague right there didn't have to tell me I was supposed to make my documents in Spanish. That's why.
I guess the fact that you weren't ready for the meeting got to your nerves. But you can't strive in world class if you can't be resilient during those unexpected moments.
What is it? Are you saying that you're striving at a world-class level?
Of course he is. Weren't you watching Alan during that meeting earlier? It's not about whether I'm striving or not, but it's all about whether I'm trying my best to communicate or not. It's not about how good your Spanish skills are, and even if you're getting good grades in class, it doesn't necessarily make you a talented worker. What matters the most is whether you're trying your best to communicate or not, even if you might make some mistakes. Whether it be about studying or working, it's important to turn mistakes into learning opportunities.
Why are you trying to be so cocky? Just because your colleagues said great things about you, you should still humble yourself. The type of personnel who gets promoted at a company is already decided from the very beginning.
I'll admit that different people have different things that they value. But like I said, someone who's great at studying isn't always necessarily someone who becomes a talented worker.
In that case, why are there college applications? We have been winning the battles because we're great at studying. That's also why we get a job at a large company.
You could be right in some cases, and I wouldn't necessarily negate what you're saying, but our company motto is to provide a working environment for diversity. That's why I was still able to get this job, even though I always hated studying. When we got our jobs here, we had to write the university we graduated from. But did you know that they don't require the new applicants to list that any longer?
You're lying. The academic level is a great way to know about the applicants. I'm sure it's probably the one and only thing that our interviewers consider.
Since you insist that you're right, let's go ahead and work together. You said that we're coming up with group ideas while we group ourselves into teams of 2, right?
Yup, we still have 4 days, and that'll be plenty of time to get ready. Why do I have to buddy up with you as a team? Why did you even get transferred here? You're supposed to be in general affairs.
Alan, you've always wanted to work in general affairs, right? Yup, general affairs is pretty much the core of the company, right? I get to interact with different colleagues from different departments. They have a variety of tasks, and I wanted to work there because I thought it'd be a great learning opportunity.
That's such an obvious excuse coming from someone who's putting on a front. Look, the star departments of this company are the sales department, and this department here. People like me are hired, so we get to work at those star departments.
You're only gonna say that I'm giving a pretty talk no matter what I say. But every department has an important role within the company. Also, it can be eye-opening to work with different departments since you get to experience different perspectives.
I don't know if you're the team leader or what, but it's only a matter of time before I steal that position from you. I hope you enjoy that position while you can.
He's rude as always. This was how Tucker and I started working at the Overseas Business Development Department together. But Tucker refused to work with me as a team. He ended up rushing himself on his own.
If we build this park in Dubai, we're projected to make about a $5 billion profit.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How many park guests are projected to visit on a daily basis?
Huh?
You did your research, right?
Maybe about 2,000?
And about the projected $5 billion profit? What's the term?
Look, if you have any questions, just ask me on the side instead of in front of everybody.
Why are we holding this meeting in that case? It's a lot more efficient for you to answer questions in front of others to avoid answering redundant questions.
We used to answer questions privately when I was in the sales department. Tucker, we're not in the sales department. Lisa, what university did you graduate from?
That's not relevant right now.
I don't like how you're asking as if you wanted to work in a foreign country. You act as if you speak a foreign language, while you keep asking questions as if you're assaulting me with a machine gun. We're in America, okay?
Sir, he's presenting Alan's idea as if he came up with it on his own. Is that something we allow?
What? Really?
Lisa, it's fine. You don't have to mention it.
But this isn't fair. Alan was the one who came up with that idea.
Tucker, is that true?
It was an idea I came up with in my mind before Alan did.
Alan, are you able to answer all of Lisa's questions?
Yes, I can.
In that case, Alan, can I have you do this presentation instead?
What? Why? This is my project.
You couldn't answer Lisa's questions because you didn't do enough research.
I did my research online.
Online? Are you telling me that you haven't reached out to the client to confirm?
Client? In Dubai?
Hold on. You're kidding, right? Are you trying to convince us to proceed without even confirming with our client first? Look, just because we're a huge corporation, we can't afford to spend large funds on projects that we don't even know we can proceed with.
Sir, now about that, I made sure I confirmed it with our other clients. Since it's a theme park targeting the affluent class, we're projecting the annual profit to be about $5 billion. We're looking at about 100,000 visitors each day.
How dare you talk and present my project as if it's yours? Are you trying to retaliate against me by humiliating me like this?
I don't gain anything from doing that.
What?
Tucker, what have you been doing this entire time you were at sales department?
Well,
It's fine. Let's have Alan take charge of this project.
what?
Hey Tucker,
What is it?
Bus Company in Dubai is filing a large complaint saying that we're not keeping our word.
What?
I thought Alan was supposed to be in charge of this project. Alan, what's going on? What? Has Tucker been handling the project? I've been handling it on my end too. Does that mean the two of you have been working on it as a team? No, I've been handling it on my own. Tucker, don't tell me you've been trying to handle the project that Alan is already handling.
I mean, I know someone who works at the Bus Company, so I figured it'd be easier if I handled this project.
What are you talking about? Don't you know that it's rude to our client to handle a project that you're not in charge of?
It's because I have a lot of connections in Allen, and I thought it'd be more efficient.
Look, we're trying to conduct business with foreign companies, not domestic. Companies in Dubai especially value accomplishments. So, if you keep talking to them about what university you graduated from, they'll be disgusted.
But I graduated from a worldly renowned Trovert University!
I wonder what era Tucker thinks he lives in. He keeps talking about Trovert University, and at this point, it's a joke.
Oh, Lisa, why don't we go grab lunch together at Truptino? The newest item on the menu. Tomato cream pasta is delicious.
Anyway, Alan will be handling this project, so I want you to come up with a project idea on your own and get a contract with us.
I've been playing it easy all along, but are you okay if I get serious about this?
I think we're all okay with that.
I wasn't talking to you!
Alan, about the invoice that you generated. The number is wrong here. I made sure I checked it before I stamped it. But what happened? Did you switch the number after I signed it?
What? I never changed anything. Besides, I haven't even received this invoice back from you since I was waiting for you to stamp it.
What? I had a meeting with the client earlier, and they sent it back to us telling us that the number was wrong.
What? Does that mean the client already received this invoice? Do you know who sent it to them?
That invoice is a copy.
What do you mean? Our client was supposed to receive the original.
Take a look at it here. If this was the original, the ink on the stamp should look slightly glossy, but this invoice doesn't look that way. When you look at the backside, it's not dented.
You're right, now that you mention it.
Someone must have pulled that invoice from Mr. Schneider's desk, switched the numbers, and sent the copy to the client.
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop making it sound as if I'm the culprit!
The date that this invoice was sent to our client was when I was on a business trip to Korea.
What?
George and I were in Spain that week.
That's right! I remember eating a spicy paella, and I ended up with a stomach ache.
Tucker, that means you were the only person in this office.
What?
After losing everyone's trust in the overseas business development department, Tucker was transferred to a dead-end department. I ran into him a few years after that.
It's you, again.
I heard that you're now the director of the sales department.
Are you jealous? This means that only the elites in the sales department were able to recognize my talent.
with your dad's connections.
You don't have to mention that.
Tucker, let's focus on the interviews.
So, will you tell me what university you graduated from? You didn't mention it on the resume, so I hope you're comfortable sharing.
I'm perfectly comfortable, but I chose not to write it because I didn't want you to be biased.
Trubbas Trading Company is one of the largest companies in our nation.
Tucker!
I thought a large company as such would value performance and soft skills. I actually read an article about Mr. Allen, and that's why I decided that I'd like to work at the Trubbas Trading Company.
What? An article about Alan?
The value of a person isn't determined based on that person's looks or whether they're good at studying or not. What's most important is to accept what's going on in the present and to work as hard as you can towards your goal. These were Mr. Allen's words that made me want to work with him.
Feel so flattered.
That sounds hypocritical. I can easily say those words. Oh, is that you, Alan? I decided to start a new business with a classmate back at Trubbas University. We're looking at about $30 million in annual sales.
I see. I guess I'll miss working with you.
I'm saying farewell to this company that fails to recognize my talent. Alan?
Oh, is that you, Tucker?
Please, I need you to help me.
What's the matter?
You're the director of the sales department right now, right? I know you make a lot of money.
I'm sure you make more than me. You owe a company that generates over $3 million annually.
Well, my classmate had me co-sign for a loan and ended up going missing.
What?
So please, will you let me work at the sales department again?
I don't know if I can do that.
Yes, you can. You have enough power to do that. I'm your colleague. I know a lot has happened between us, but we used to work together.
If you want to work at this company again, you have no choice but to apply with us again. I told you a few times in the past, but what matters the most is what you can do right now. And it doesn't matter what university you graduated from.
Are you still talking about that?
Right back at you with those words. You never tried to recognize your capabilities when you used to work here, and you were causing so much trouble to the other team members and clients.
Let's just forgive and forget about the past. So please, my parents won't lend me money.
Tucker, you probably never stood on your own ground.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
If something happens, your parents and your Trovar classmates will help you. At least that's the mindset you had after you graduated college.
What do you mean by that?
I can't help you.
Okay, Alan, I'll never say those things again. So please, you're the only person I can count on.
I'm not going to forgive you for betraying your colleagues and your boss's trust.
Oh, please help me.
Tucker tried to apply with Trubbas Trading Company and other large companies, but he didn't have any luck because he never accomplished anything when he was at Trubbas Trading. He was hired at a small business, but he was too prideful to stay, and he ended up resigning again. I heard he's been switching his career every so often while he's trying his best to repay his debt. As for me, I've been getting along with a new team member named Tom.
I'm gonna eat your sea urchin if you're not gonna eat it.
Oh, I was saving the best for last! What a day!
Trouble Busters!